When I started this channel, I had no idea it would be this difficult to be heard and to get people to watch. I didn't know people were so fearful of new ideas and innovative solutions to the global dilemmas that currently inflict our species and our planet because of our species. What on earth does it take to get people to reject the failed ideas of the past? Why do so many people demand to keep making the same old liberal and conservative mistakes over and over again? What has either archaic way of thinking gotten us but more conflict, more misery, and more of the same? It's time we start thinking differently. It's time for a revolution of thought. And equalism is that revolution of thought. It's a new and unique view of the world, each other, and ourselves. It's the best way to open your eyes and open your mind. Original and independent thinking is so rare in human history. I can't think of the last time any real progress was produced or originality offered in the realms of politics or economics. Economics has been stuck in the 18th and 19th centuries with Adam Smith and Karl Marx and variations on their themes, and politics has been kept in perpetual conflict between the left and right paradigms for thousands of years. It's time to move beyond these archaic and static restrictions. It's time for a true revolution of thought. Just because your elitist leadership in traditional dogma tells you to think a certain way doesn't mean that's the way you or everyone else should think. Question all authority, even the authority you believe represents you. Stop believing that the elite on the left or right represents you. Stop categorizing yourself and start embracing your own independence. Accepting and following a philosophy that advocates and allows each of us to think for ourselves isn't a form of conformity. Break free, think free, act free, and be free. So actually watch the videos I've offered. Everyone seems to fear actually learning something new. What the hell's wrong with everyone? I swear, is the whole goddamn world that afraid of a new idea, of real innovation and independent thought? Seriously, can you all be that damn programmed and brainwashed? The reality is, almost all political ideologies, philosophies, and religions contain a mixture of truths and lies, logic and absurdities, fallacies, fantasies, realities, and wisdoms. Don't box yourself and everyone else into a dogmatic prison. What's right for you may not be right for others, and humanity is best served when we agree to disagree on what to believe and how we should live our own lives. Your best interests are served when you live and let live, without predation and attempts at domination and force. Domination and forced conformity is fascism, and fascism is predation. To protect the freedom of others is to protect your own freedom. We all have the right to be wrong and make our own mistakes. Tolerance is the equal and mutual protection of everyone's right to find and follow and even alter their own paths. The only way to achieve peace and social stability isn't through fascist demands that everyone think and be like you, but through the deep and abiding respect for the rights of others to disagree. Intellectuals have made entire careers out of convoluting and overcomplicating social, political, and economic ideas and systems. All they do is add to the ridiculous complexity, increase confusion, perpetuate conflict, and succeed in keeping things precisely the same, making no real progress but only endless cycles of fluctuations and illusions of change, which always end with the same result in putting us right back where we were in the first place. Equalism isn't anti-intellectual. I'm an intellectual. But what separates me is that I'm non-academic and self-taught, which probably helped me avoid the trappings of ideological dogma and over-complex jargon. Unlike many intellectuals, I understand the difference between intellect and wisdom, and I recognize the similarities between all the historic systems these intellectuals claim are different. The reality is, there's been no real, only superficial distinctions in every social system since the earliest city states. The elite and their academic lapdogs merely rename this system from time to time, add convolutions and complexities, and declare it's different, declare it as progress. But wisdom tells us this is a sham, and all we need do is open our eyes, reject the lies, and it's plain to see that all these so-called different systems resulted in an elitist hierarchy where an oligarchy rules and prospers and the rest of humanity is enslaved to produce and maintain that elitist prosperity. So to simplify things and actually reflect the real world, equalism classifies all elitist systems as predonomic systems, meaning they're all predatory, thus fascist, and capitalist in nature, structure, and result. Which further means humanity has been ruled by predators, trapped in fascism, and enslaved by capitalism for over 6,000 years. And that's the objective conclusion that is derived from removing all the pointless and irrelevant distinctions created through the purposely misleading convolutions and counterproductive complexities. Wisdom tells us simplicity, not complexity, is the key to real success of any social system intent on respecting and enforcing human rights, equality, individuality, and freedom. And this is the premise behind the philosophy of equalism. Stop believing the elitist lie that adding convolution on top of convolution is actual change and the solution to any problem. Simplify. Stop hiding reality within an endless maze of illusion, convolution, and lies. Simplify to find the truth. Simplify your lies to find peace and contentment. The more society is convoluted, the more your own lives are convoluted, stressed, confused, and overburdened. You want a better life? Simplify. You want a better society? Simplify. You want to protect the environment and the planet? Simplify. Lastly, don't be afraid of your own freedom and independence. Have the courage to be the change you seek in the world. Humanity can retake its natural place in the world. It can be achieved. The left and right aren't mortal enemies, but mere differences in how we wish to live our lives. They're lifestyle choices, not ideologies. Humanity is in desperate need of a thought revolution. It's in desperate need of the equalist philosophy. So please watch my channel, join the equalism movement, share the videos, spread the word of the beautiful, eloquent simplicity of equalism, and let's put an end to this 6,000-year-old cycle that stifled real human progress for so long. Break free, think free, act free, and be free. Simplify and resist, refuse, revolt.